WWE 2K24 teases are really coming in hot. We got a lot more to talk to you guys about because we have multiple different teasers that have been released by 2K Online, and we're going to cover all of these and what it could mean. And it really does look like we are going to get a 40 years of WrestleMania mode, but we're going to go through in depth on all of this. And let's start things off with the first image that they released with Bianca Belair. Now these images, like the casket, like the special guest referee shirt, they all could just be part of the commercial that's coming out on Monday the 22nd. With Bianca getting teased here though, doesn't look like much because she's just sitting there and she's got the 2K24 earring, but I went back and looked a little bit. These are very, very similar to the earrings that she wore for her WrestleMania 39 entrance where she had her match against Asuka. They were the same or similar shape. They could all just be looking the exact same for every match she does. Maybe it's meaningless, but it started to get me to think that this could be tied into her Mania 39 match, and maybe that's one that we get for Bianca for a WrestleMania showcase mode. The next one to highlight though is going to be this one with the sword, the glove, and the chainmail. And everybody is speculating it's Drew McIntyre. In fact, Drew McIntyre even put the little eye emojis there, and he was tagged in it, so this looks to be in reference to Drew. Now, Drew has always had the sword. It could mean Clash at the Castle, but if we stick with the narrative and the thought of 40 years of WrestleMania, then it could be his match against Brock Lesnar where Drew won the championship. And this was at WrestleMania 36. Now he didn't have the gauntlet on, but he's always got the sword kicking around, so kind of goes hand in hand there. It'd be cool though if you got like the empty arena and they went back to that and you did get WrestleMania 36 arena, so that'd be kind of cool addition in the game. Likewise, if they did for Bianca and they gave us WrestleMania 39 arena, which I would pretty much safely assume that arena would be in the game regardless, because we always get last year's Mania arena. And then we have the one of Becky Lynch eating popcorn, where she's got the big glasses, the goggles on, and it's got the 2K24 logo across those. Now remember, the theme with all of these images that have come out, from the referee shirt, the casket, they've all had the 2K24 logo on them. And I very much believe this is all going to come together with the commercial leading up to that on Monday, with Becky Lynch eating the giant silly bag of popcorn and sitting there. This happened on Monday Night Raw during her feud where it was her, Lita, and Trish teaming up, going up against Damage Control, and she was coming down the ramp, going ringside, and she was giving out popcorn to the audience. Now this would also make sense too, because you get that 3-on-3 match. Maybe that is a WrestleMania match they put in there. That Mania match was last year's WrestleMania 39. That could give us the updated look for Becky Lynch. It also kind of goes hand in hand with the rumor of Trish Stratus getting an updated model for the game, and it would hopefully also mean, if they did this, hopefully mean that we would get an updated modern look of Lita put in the game too. And that's where I can see the unlockables really coming in. We're going to talk a little bit more about all of that in a second, but I can see that stuff really coming together where you would be able to unlock new Trish Stratus, unlock updated Lita, and the WrestleMania arenas, for example. Now the big one that they have revealed here is going to be the NWO t-shirt with the 2K24 hanger, and they tag John Cena, but they also put the pirate emoji in there too. This would go back to WrestleMania 36, where John Cena and Bray Wyatt battled it out in the Firefly Funhouse match. The really cool thing about this, and where this could all really tie in together for 40 years of WrestleMania, the Firefly Funhouse match was really outstanding, like the best cinematic work that WWE ever did during the pandemic especially. This was amazing to watch when it happened at WrestleMania. But this also gives us a lot. Number one, it would give us John Cena with an NWO shirt. It would give us the spray painted NWO World Heavyweight Championship. It would give us the different faces of Bray Wyatt, because it went through kind of everything. It gave us the Fiend, it gave us Firefly Funhouse Bray, and it gave us regular Bray Wyatt. So this could be a way, if they include this in the game and they give us this match to either play through or simply experience somehow, you'd be able to get a lot of cool unlockables. And this is where I feel like they could really showcase Bray, because a lot of the rumors out there and the speculation was they're going to do something for Bray Wyatt and the next game. He's going to be the cover star. They're going to do a whole showcase mode around him. If they do this and they do this match and they focus on it, this is where I can see that they really highlight and they do a tribute to Bray. I could see them giving us all the different versions of Bray Wyatt, making them unlockables through the 40 years of WrestleMania, give us the John Cena NWO, maybe even give us Firefly Funhouse to play in as a backstage option. But it checks all the boxes for fans that have wanted all the different versions of Bray to be in the game, particularly the Fiend. People have been really wanting him back in the game, and they could even give us the most up-to-date version that we got in 2K23 of Bray Wyatt too. So you could be looking at like 3-4 versions of Bray in the game, which would be really awesome. 2K also just dropped this image of the ladder with the WWE 2K24 logo up the side, and they tagged Shawn Michaels in it too. So this is probably going to refer to the WrestleMania 10 ladder match between HBK and Razor Ramon, one of the most classic matches of all time. And again, I love how they are teasing these things and tagging different wrestlers, but it does mean ladder match WrestleMania. But they could also be going with Shawn Michaels versus Mr. McMahon WrestleMania 22 no holds barred match, where Shawn jumped off the ladder onto Vince McMahon. But there's a bigger thing in here. There's a bigger nut that we could crack with all of this and kind of tie it all together. And this is the best part of the season with the 2K game coming out, is to see what they're going to do, what it could mean for the game. I really do, and I said this in previous videos, I really do feel like this is going to be 40 years of WrestleMania. Everything seems to be lining up towards that. I'll be a little disappointed if it's just a traditional showcase. I think it'd be fun to play like an Undertaker showcase, but the different matches, modern matches to play through of WrestleMania, I think that is the best direction they could go in and make it a lot of fun, a lot of unlockables, a lot of arenas, and they could even pull stuff that's not even just the WrestleMania matches, but matches and moments leading up to it. You can get the Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ken Shamrock special guest referee match at WrestleMania 13, hence the reference with the special guest referee shirt. You could also do end of an era match. We've done that in the 2K games, but they could do that again and refresh it. Casket matches, we've had casket matches at WrestleMania, Taker versus Yokozuna, for example. They seem to be pulling all these pieces together, and it could work out in their favor and the fans' favor to have a really, really fun showcase to go through. My problem with showcase in the past 2 games especially is just lack of replay. Play it once, get my unlockables, be done. And I have not liked the fact that I get the Mega Boost pack, the accelerator, and I'm supposed to be able to unlock everything, but it doesn't unlock showcase stuff. So I think they need to fix that if they're going to do another version of Showcase this year. Make the unlockables available for everybody, but if I can go through and I got some replay in there for this thing, I'm going to be pretty happy. But there's another piece that we could tie all of this together, and it could make a lot of sense. We're all expecting new match types, and there's a lot of rumblings and rumors that, well, we're going to get special guest referee casket match buried alive, and now we're looking at the other things where people are even speculating getting gauntlet match because of Drew McIntyre's lead up to WrestleMania going through a gauntlet match. Now you can't replay that because I think Jeff Hardy was in there, so they may not replay that, but maybe each of these new match types or returning match types to the series, maybe these returning match types are unlocked through 40 years of WrestleMania. Maybe you do have to go through and beat the Undertaker's match, unlock the casket match, beat the Austin match, for example, and get the special guest referee match. The gauntlet match gets unlocked from Drew, and so on and so on. Someone else even pointed out too, when we had the Rhea Ripley post. Now I'm speculating Iron Survivor match for that one, and that's what I'm putting together for that. But people have also speculated that it's for backstage, and it's for Backstage Brawl, because 2K even put into one of their tweets that their location for the 22nd is backstage. So to tie that together, there is the rumors of updated backstage areas that we could see. That'd be a lot of fun. Maybe they do something where it's going to be the weight room or the performance center and where they work out, and you can go and fight backstage at the performance center. I think a really neat, positive twist, fun twist on 40 years of WrestleMania, a showcase mode, would be unlocking some really memorable, awesome match types that fans have been wanting back into the game for years, and you have fun with it by unlocking them in the game by playing through the road to WrestleMania. I got no problem with that. Also, you probably have the accelerator, so you would give people the option that day one, if they want to just unlock all of that stuff, they're going to be able to do that. I can totally see them doing that too. Now, they've been doing it where they've also had a lot of wrestlers talking about who do they think is going to be the cover star, and you start naming off the list of all the wrestlers they've shown off. Gigi Dolan, Braun Breaker, they've had Kofi, they've had like almost everybody has been featured in this thing. Say who could be on the cover. So they're already confirming a lot of the roster so far, but the Legends side and the NXT side has me very interested to see who they would add in. But I mentioned Iron Survivor being a possibility, and we talked about casket match before too. So click this video right here because we're going through that and a little bit more about what 40 years of WrestleMania could be looking like. Thanks so much for watching. And by the way, guys, thank you very much too. If you made it this far in the video, hi. We hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I've been doing this for about 3 years now, and it does mean a lot. It's a milestone. It's a goal I had, you know, on my list, things to do. So I sincerely appreciate it. If you are somebody who's watched videos before, or this is your first time, hey, welcome to the channel. But working hard on this thing. I do this full time. I really love it. And I hit one of my goals, which was 100,000, and that's thanks to you. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye.